Okay, so it seems like Wuthering Waves has dropped us even more hints of what could be coming out in the future, and obviously this is in the form of a new drip marketing, which is the new character Augusta. Augusta has obviously been featured a little bit in, you know, the Wuthering Waves story quest, and obviously we've also had a new version kind of like update thing where you could essentially go into a quest that kind of tells you a little bit about Augusta. It's not like a full quest, it was like an overture thing where essentially you flip through like a story to find out a little bit about her backstory and stuff, which obviously people have been getting very involved in, and that is about the kind of all the interactions we've had with Augusta at the moment. Now obviously we know that she's a very important, you know, figure over in Septimont. Obviously it says here, post-lament Anthropocene, stars intertwined, all the sun touches is ours to fight for. And then obviously Augusta is it. Augusta is undefeated, it's the undefeated gladiator in the arena and a fearless leader with a will of iron. She is a mere mortal, but has reached heights of glory attempted only by a few, and her blade speaks her power loud and clear. So obviously, you know, she's going to be a very powerful character, which is great to see. And obviously, yeah, I think her design looks really, really nice. I mean, this is a little bit of a better look at it. As you can see, you know, she's in front of that kind of iconic arena kind of, you know, thing that we've seen in a lot of the quest. Now, obviously, yeah, as you can see, it looks very Elden Ringy, which I really, really like in terms of the just all of it, to be honest. There's like obviously got the dragon in the background, which looks really nice. And also we've got this really cool sword. I think a lot of people haven't really mentioned that. Which again I think is gonna be her signature sword. I mean, it might not be, but I mean I think it's pretty safe to assume that it's gonna be her on-banner sword. It looks pretty cool, it looks pretty interesting. They're made out of like stones or something, and obviously yeah, her character design itself is great. Obviously we saw it in the kind of quest and in other stuff as well, which honestly, yeah, I'm very excited for her, and I think I will definitely be pulling for her whenever she comes out in version 2.6. Now obviously there might be another update tomorrow in terms of drip marketing, because we don't know whether Wuthering Waves is going to do two 5-star characters or if they're going to do one, because they've recently been doing a lot of double banners, you know, obviously phase 1, phase 2, both of them being new characters, obviously with the exception being the latest update, which has only Frolova in it. So I wonder if they're going to go back to having two characters, because again it makes the game feel a little bit more alive, and I wonder which character that's going to be. It could be like Aino or someone like that, because obviously they are quite involved with Augusta, and obviously that also means if we're seeing Augusta coming out in terms of characters, that we're probably going to get a little bit more in terms of the story, and you know, we're going to be able to interact with her a little bit more in the game itself. And that's also backed up with the new kind of mode they did for the story, where essentially you can find backstory and stuff like that. I think that mode is specifically so you can look at stuff pretty much the update before a big quest about this character comes out. So again, I think that's going to be very interesting to look at, and obviously yeah, I'm very interested to see how, you know, she's going to, you know, play in the story, and what's really going to happen with this. Now, as I said, you know, we'll have to wait and see if there's another character that comes out tomorrow, but also we have another kind of little video here as well. Obviously they say when Augusta wields her blade, electric currents the color of molten gold bursts out of her and set all nearby iron objects trembling and whining. She is in a bright sun that emerges to drive away an endless night, erasing all fears and doubt that have been born in the darkness. So you see here is a really cool little thing. I mean, looks great. And yeah, you got the like dragon thing there, you know, a little bit of a closer up look at what she looks like. And yeah, I mean, looks pretty good. And obviously I think a lot of people are pointing out as well, it means that Augusta should be releasing in August, which I think is quite funny. So again, I don't know if they planned that or if that is literally a total coincidence, but I do think that is quite funny that, you know, she is coming out in the month of August. Obviously a lot of people have been reacting over on r/Wuthering Waves, essentially saying stuff like, you know, obviously they're looking at the weapon, they're saying, is it just me? He said, nah, her design feels very Elden Ring. Her animation even has red lighting, reminiscent of some of the incantations from Elden Ring. They say, first we had Lupa's sword, now Augusta's sword, resembling a weapon from Elden Ring Souls games. Kuro definitely knows the right places to take inspiration from. They say sun plus lightning combo, check. King of the Storms, check. Grafted bladed greatsword, check. You know, We just need a swamp and Moguchi. Said, I am Melania, Blade of Miquella. And they say Augusta is a fusion of Melania and Dark Sun Gwyndwin. Obviously, yeah, so a lot of people are very excited about the fact that there's a big, heavy inspiration from Elden Ring, and the fact that they've taken, obviously, that weapon and, you know, kind of, you know, changed it a little bit to make it more Wuthering Wavesy, but have kind of, you know, taken the same kind of elements in there, which I think is really nice, because they should be taking inspiration from other games, you know. People saying, I'm so ready for her, you know, obviously people bringing up flags and things, they got their t-shirts, they said, you know, Scream's fusion must be Arrow, which obviously, yeah, is definitely true. People saying, I'm pretty sure she's actually Electro, which again, they're kind of throwing us off so much of this. I mean, you know, they're so weird whenever it comes to actually classing a character. I'm not really sure what she's going to be, because you'd usually think that she'd be like fire of some sort. But at the same time, you know, obviously there was a lot of talk about electric and things like that in the kind of description of this video, saying, you know, electric currents, the color of molten gold, which again tells me that she could be an Electro character, but also she could just be something like Spectro or something like that. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she's Spectro too, because she's like the sun god, you know, it's like a whole Spectro thing, but I don't really know, because I don't know. I mean, people saying solar power, I guess. They said that makes sense. Shockingly hot, electrifying, scorching. On a short animation, it shows a red lightning come out the sun out of her crown. So we can hope she's Electro with red lightnings. They say she's Electro Dragon from Clash of Clans, which is kind of funny. They said, let's go, I've been waiting for her, you know, why is she quoting Simba, which is kind of funny. You know, people say, how do we make Augusta even more badass than she already is? How about we give her a dragon? Genius, common Augusta W. I mean, to be fair, that dragon does make her look even more sick in the background. I mean, who doesn't like a good-ass dragon in the background? But again, I mean, I don't know if any of this kind of drip marketing really points towards future story. I mean, there's a lot of soldiers there, and it seems like she's leading them into some kind of battle. So maybe we're going to see something a little bit like a war, a little bit like a battle, something like that, where, you know, Augusta has to lead them. Obviously, we've got this big dragon too, so maybe they're helping out in it. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure where the story will go, you know, from here. But again, I'm very excited to see what's going to happen. And obviously, I'm here for the ride. I'm here to see what happens, and I think Augusta is going to be a great addition to all of this. But yeah, that's pretty much all we got, you know, so far. As I said, I'll keep you guys up to date if there is any kind of updates with you know, other characters coming out, because again, I'm unsure on whether they're going to add 2 characters or whether it's just going to be the 1 character. But again, obviously, I'll keep you guys up to date if something comes out tomorrow, because if there is a character coming out tomorrow, if there is 2 characters coming out on the banner, it will be out tomorrow 100%. And if there's not, well, that means we're only getting Augusta, which could probably summarize a little bit the patch of how kind of jam-packed it's going to be or not. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also go to GameSubs, use my code Kazza, get 10% off. Again, you got a ton of really cool stuff over there. I definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. So see ya.